gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, art imitates life. Now, let's getting back to the basic thing. What is an art? Art is an expression. So we have many expressions. We have dance, we have music, we have architecture, and many more things. And when it's an expression, it is a meaning in it. Now we have these two images here. One is a car and one is a truck. To me, when I was a kid, this car were not really friendly. There's a wicked smile in it. It has an expression by its own. And the lorry is also not so friendly, but even the driver is not friendly to look at. And even these two cars, getting into zoomorphic things, one is a bug, which is being manufactured, which looks like that. And the other one is a tractor which works in the field, and it is a grasshopper. It looks, when you see it, the way we see it, because they are so meaningful, so expressive in their thoughts. Now there's a small subject again, pareidolia, which we actually constantly look for. Whenever we see an object, we constantly look for meaning in it. There are two rocks here. There's a small dog actually sitting on his palm, the way the sketch. It was actually the whole thing when you see it. It looks like a small dog. And this is a small painting. It's a wall actually. It was leaking one day, and then I asked the guy to scrape it. Now suddenly when about to put the paint again, then we saw a nice lady holding a dog with a headgear, an English lady basically from the side profile. The other one is a dolphin. It has been shot again. It looks like a dolphin. Now this is in PechaKucha, one of the things. The rock and the guy was smoking. I was just standing on the balcony. I saw it. The guy was smoking. He's sitting very strongly on that. The head is, and then you have a tree. Or he has, and these are the other images in Italy where these are the rock formations has been taken. And then the same pareidolia when we see on the trees. So this is how I see it. This is an object. When you see a plant, then we tend to see so many images in it. We constantly look for meaning in them. And then one tree in Nepal, the other one gives a feeling of leopard, but it is just a branch. So these are some images. And again, on the planet, we have human beings and we have all these animals, living beings along with us. They have the same thing, 2 eyes, 2 legs, 4 legs, tail, tailless. But the same thing, everyone has the same character, but they're different in. And then we have our friends, away somewhere. Hollywood has done a beautiful thing to, we always look, animal looks us, they look like us. But away, there are some other people who actually they don't look like that, but the Hollywood has created this to make us, to inculcate fear in us. So we have these parallel images. We don't know actually what is happening. We always see the aliens we never knew because we have actually created gods, ghosts, and everyone. We think that they look similar. Probably they have 6 eyes, 7 hands, 20 legs, but they're still in the same format. So this is one belief that probably this is not done by man and this is not done by nature. There's some of our neighbors somewhere has done a painting on earth. You mean to say they are still there somewhere, they're still there. This is how they have created it. These are the images really existing. Now coming back, this one image of a person. Now we see a person, that's a real face actually. So what happens in the next frame, we see the man is being identified as Dalai Lama. So a small object, a small frame, a specs has made a lot of difference to the original face in art. The original face, the essence is lost. No one recognizes it. It looks silly actually. If you see people remove the specs, you find grandfathers, they look very silly. But one specs, actually, a man who has done the other specs, Swachh Bharat, the other man who has done, he is a father of nation, he is such a big, he influenced the nation, he talked about peace, world renowned. He is just remembered by just 2 circles and this. The specs, a small object has created Mahatma Gandhi, and this is such a thing. Everyone knows what the small object can do, a small art object basically. And then these other things, if someone is going to carry, these are small things but great expressions in them. It is a specs, everyone has its librarian specs. If someone wears that, they look like that. There's every character to it, every specs has a meaning in it. Any face can hold this. Now this is in Hyderabad. When we see an urban art somewhere in the country, when there's a sculpture erected, there's some decency, there's an axis, and there's a lot of things. But I never understood why in Hyderabad we have these huge images and all those things, and why, I don't know whether the staircases we are looking at or with the image, because in some areas, and this is a small thing, I was wondering, suppose in 150 foot in Amaravati, when people will come to Ambedkar statue, I don't know how to lead there, Finally we lead. We need to garland him, probably. And that's how it is. That's how it looks like. So we see, this is more of a cultural problem, how to address. But definitely there's art. And this is what Swachh Bharat is. We people do small things. There's a beautiful wall. When we write something, because it is again a cultural problem, when we write something no one understands, when we put religious symbols, even they don't care. People used to hand slippers and all, but nothing happens. That's it. This small thing again, this is the last frame. I have a faucet which is very meaningful, faucet, which happens to be at a certain height. We have been saying it. It dispenses water. Now the same faucet has been applied at 7 or 8 feet. Thus we start looking at the faucet. So it becomes, we start looking at how the faucet is happy, because we don't know, it's an element of surprise, because it's a certain height. And then the faucet tend to talk to us. Then we started, we see it in an art object. And the faucet, when we see an art object, we start giving life to it. And we start feeling respected. Every object is an art form. At the tap level, we never see an art form. But at certain level, we see it. And that's bold, and that's art. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that.